Welcome, guys. Thanks for playing in our colorful kitchen. Could you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, thanks for having us. We are Lavine from Denmark.
And we play indie pop music, and we live here in Berlin.
Nice, welcome. I mean, we're in a kitchen, so it makes sense to talk about food as well. So what kind of dish would suit the vibe of Sad Intellect?
Oh, it would be a mix of contrasts, right?
So the opening lines of the song is "Get high, I puff and sigh." So maybe
A good brownie.
a good brownie to come down on.
Or a brownie with sparkles.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe it would be like, I'm thinking of a tapas dish. Like you can mix stuff yourself and you can like put the good contrasts together. The song is pretty much like a mix of stark contrasts between the verse and the choruses. So maybe it's like nitpicking the good, cherry picking the good stuff.
Definitely.
Do you have a favorite lyric from your own oeuvre that you're like most proud of?
Interesting question also, because we've often talked about how, in a way, lyrics sometimes it's almost as if they write themselves. Like suddenly they're like pouring out of you. So like there are some lines that I definitely kind of love also singing. It's Heat is a Warning. They go in the first verse, pulling the strings of the bass of the bag, blah, 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 blah. And then in the next part, it's they're pulling the strings, but it's love that they lack. So I think for me, it's like also quite political about like politicians pulling the strings and that contrast to pulling the string of the bass. And so I like how that some of those playful words I like in the lyrics.
Yeah, I think my favorite is from a song on the EP called Orbits, where we are trying to describe this kind of natural push and pull of a relationship, sometimes going afar from each other and sometimes coming back around. And there's this line called chasing that horizon in a nature ever changing. It's like you can't force something to happen if it's not meant to be. And I always love that line.
It's a good metaphor.
It's a very hard line to say speaking, but while singing it, it really fits well.
It's fun to sing.
Regarding the songwriting, do you have like a standard songwriting process, how you approach?
I wouldn't say standard, but we do have an approach that we come back to again and again. And it's often like finding a sort of musical foundation, something that can be looped again and again. Maybe Rasmus plays some strings on the guitar, or I then start getting loads of ideas and just record a whole lot of different versions, and then we often start chopping together like, okay, maybe there's something in this part, that part, and we start creating a structure from that very fluid beginning.
For our songwriting process, we do not have like a certain kind of blueprint or way to go. There are not many rules. Maybe that's the one rule. But usually it will start with Emma trying to, I'll play something on the guitar usually, and Emma will come up with some sort of emotional like blueprint of what eventually becomes the song. It's in some part of that process, I'll step in with my stupid ideas of arrangements and what I think like, that's really cool. And we just try to keep the spirit positive. So rather than saying like, I don't like that, I just tend to say like, I really like that.
That's what you do.
The secret is revealed.
No.
The myth is busted.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's the secret ingredient to your songwriting.
Yeah,
it's now not a secret anymore.
It's dangerous to be the guest here. It's a hot chair.
You also play a lot of gigs. Do you have like in 3-4 words like a standard pre-gig ritual to get yourself ready to go on stage?
Oh, pre-gig rituals?
I think you answered that one.
Just before hitting the stage, we just tell each other that it only has to be perfect. It really helps.
Yeah. And then I think just giving each other a really big hug and just breathing a little bit.
Yeah, usually I'm all over the place with cables and whatnot. Like, we call me the octopus, and Emma, she's the cool one.
I'm not always very cool just before stepping on stage. But so yeah, I often get so excited just before that, that balance between it being excited and nervous. And so it's often like, so that sense of just being grounded together with a hug and breathing, it's really good for me.
Nice. I've noticed you also play quite a lot internationally. Would you have a tip for other unsigned artists how to, like, relatively early on in your career tour abroad, basically?
Yeah, I think we were really lucky to get to start touring with some of our peers. And I think one thing was, like, we're quite a compact unit. And we are, like, very flexible. So, I mean, when you're lower down the hierarchy, you have to adjust to that, not bring a 12-band orchestra or so. That was one of the key elements, I believe. We were very lucky. We feel very lucky to have traveled so much.
Yeah, it seems very exciting. And in general, I think it will be an exciting 2026 for you guys with the first releases. Like, if we're talking again in a year, what will have happened in the Lavine world?
One thing that we've definitely have as a big dream is writing our first album. Yeah, so definitely working on getting that more finished.
Yeah, we're playing our first string of headline shows, which is really exciting. So it's quite a big step again, and we're like, wow, another step, right? Okay, let's go. And our debut album is going to be finished this year. And
I like that you're saying it as it's gonna be finished. Yeah,
oh yeah,
it's more like
determined.
We are gonna work on it.
No,
we're gonna finish it.
Well, simply.
All right.
Yeah, and I think some more travel adventures are ahead.
Yeah, coming back to Berlin, do you guys have, like, a favorite restaurant here in the city?
I think we do.
Yeah.
It's, how do you say Stammstil? Like our local.
Oh yeah, it's our go-to place
Our go-to
here
place.
in our neighborhood in Neukölln.
Yeah, it's called Falafel Jakub. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's the best place to get a falafel or döner. Like, they have like 8 different sauces, and they ask, like, which sauces you
Sucker
want.
for sauces.
And I just always say less.
There's really
cocktail of sauces.
really friendly staff, and and then there's another place. I think it's Salami Social Club.
Oh yeah.
We're like, that's brilliant pizza as well. Might be the best pizza in town.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're not too fancy, but
Comfort food.
Comfort food,
Comfort
and
food.
it has to be like
Affordable.
Doesn't have to be fancy at all.
Then lastly, about music in Berlin, do you have like 2 or 3 artists you would recommend?
Oh yeah.
The list is long.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Admire Sorin very much.
Yeah.
He's a Berlin-based singer-songwriter.
Yeah, he's great.
He's got an incredible voice, and he's also an amazing guitarist. And he plays.
It's something like Sam Fender meets Kings of Leon. It's like he's really, really good, and he's just a great performer, great songwriter.
Yeah, really. So go check him out.
One of our friends, Fetbo, as well, like beautiful singer-songwriting music as well. And our friend Florian he just released a tape with his band Ghost and Eros. It's like amazing music as well. So we're like in a singer-songwriter corner.
Yeah.
But those are like really some of people we really appreciate.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for your stories and your music. And
thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you to Instant Tastes.